tourist attractions, Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You look at this Raiders defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And Johnston sent in motion. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this one finds McConkey. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. It's a gain of 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Herbert going to give to Hampton. He's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He has a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it's Herbert. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them in.
Take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Now Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Gino now to throw. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. The Raiders at 4-12 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the 23-yard line.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. We'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. After the run, Smith going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 13-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Chargers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. Down to the 10. Touchdown, LA! Quentin Johnston, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Chargers 7. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Pushing through the contact. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Gino. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Smith. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Deion Henley in there to bring him down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. From the gun, here's Smith. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Genty. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Smith. And down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And he is in. Touchdown. Raiders. Ashton Genty, 29 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? We couldn't do it here in football, Carmen.
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, with the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 75. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Smith. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
44-yard line.
2nd and 5. To throw is Smith. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Smith. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, it's Genty. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
A 35-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now Smith. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Deion Henley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and that is incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Second and 10. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
He's got another one to Johnston. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. They'll work inside here. Hampton. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hampton. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 137 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Chargers 21.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal.
31, Chargers 28.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Out of the gun, Smith. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Third down and 6. Gino now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 2. A run once more with Hampton.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 37. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now it's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Herbert off of play action. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey from 6 yards away. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Hampton going to try to punch it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partners, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Again, Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Now he's loose at the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
That's caught by Tucker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing now is Geno. He's got White here. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. That is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Raiders 38, Chargers 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Intended for incomplete. Gary Porter on the coverage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Herbert now. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
It's 4th down.
They will run forward with Hampton. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They begin the drive on the ground at 20. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Here's Smith. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
complete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a three-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a three-point game, they get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton.
A solid stiff arm.
There he goes right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, 54 yards. And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Smith's going to throw it. That's caught by Thornton.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Smith. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Smith to throw. Open man is Tucker.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Smith. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Smith.
That's to Bowers once again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
19-yard line.
Now Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's George. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Herbert. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Herbert to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Herbert.
Well, this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.